Our world is home to a rich tapestry of ecosystems, each teeming with diverse plant and animal life. However, in recent times, the delicate balance of these ecosystems has been disrupted by the introduction of invasive mammal species. The story of invasive mammal species is intertwined with the history of human exploration and colonization. As humans ventured to new lands, they inadvertently introduced a multitude of species, forever altering the delicate balance of ecosystems. Let's take a closer look at some of these invasive mammal species and the significant impacts they've had on ecosystems around the world. First, we have the feral pig, a destructive force in ecosystems. Feral pigs root up vegetation, prey on native species, and compete with indigenous animals for food and habitat, causing extensive damage in regions like Australia and the United States. Moving on to the European rabbit. European rabbits were intentionally introduced to many regions for food, sport hunting, and as pets by colonizers and explorers during their travels as early as the 18th century. Overall, the spread of European rabbits is driven by human-mediated introductions, accidental releases, and their ability to thrive in diverse environments, including grasslands, scrublands, forests, and urban areas. Next up, the feral cat, a skilled predator that poses a significant threat to native wildlife. Feral cats have contributed to the decline and extinction of numerous small mammal and bird species, particularly in places like Australia. The damage caused by feral cats, Felis catus worldwide, is severe and multifaceted. Feral cats are highly effective predators, causing declines and extinctions of numerous small mammal, bird, reptile, and amphibian species globally. Their predatory behavior disrupts ecosystems and threatens biodiversity, particularly in island ecosystems where they endanger endemic and endangered species. Additionally, feral cats contribute to economic losses in agriculture, forestry, and tourism by preying on livestock and affecting wildlife-based tourism revenue. Public health risks arise from diseases transmitted by feral cats to humans and domestic animals, including toxoplasmosis, cat scratch fever, and rabies. Efforts to control feral cat populations and mitigate their impacts involve trap-neuter-return programs, habitat restoration, public education, and enforcement of regulations on pet ownership and cat management. Now, let's talk about the red fox, an adaptable predator with devastating impacts on native wildlife populations. In regions like Australia, red foxes prey on small mammals and ground nesting birds, contributing to declines in biodiversity. The spread of the red fox to various parts of the world is primarily attributed to human influence. Human interventions such as intentional introductions, accidental releases, and alterations to habitats have played significant roles in this spread. Intentional introductions involved humans bringing red foxes to new regions for purposes like hunting and pest control. Notably, they were brought to Australia and parts of North America for sport hunting during the 19th and early 20th centuries. Escapes from fur farms have also contributed to the establishment of feral populations in some areas, as red foxes are commonly bred in these facilities for their pelts. Human-mediated habitat alterations such as deforestation, urbanization, and agricultural development have modified landscapes to be more suitable for red foxes, facilitating their spread into previously uninhabited areas. Red foxes' adaptability to human presence is remarkable. They readily exploit anthropogenic food sources like garbage, pet food, and agricultural crops, allowing them to thrive in urban and suburban areas. Overall, the spread of red foxes across different regions is a result of various human activities, including intentional introductions, accidental releases, habitat alterations, and the species' ability to adapt to human-altered environments. Let's delve into the cane toad, renowned for its toxic skin secretions and swift proliferation. Originally native to South and Central America, the cane toad was intentionally brought to Australia in 1935 to manage native cane beetles, pests of sugarcane crops. However, this introduction led to unintended consequences, solidifying its status as one of Australia's most notorious invasive species. Cane toads spread rapidly across Australia through both natural dispersal and human-assisted transportation. Their dispersal is facilitated by their adaptability and ability to travel long distances overland, colonizing various habitats. Human activities also played a significant role in their spread. Initially introduced in Queensland, cane toads hitched rides on vehicles, machinery and freight, spreading far beyond their initial release sites. Exploiting diverse food sources and thriving in different environments, including urban areas, agricultural landscapes and natural habitats, further facilitated their expansion across the country. Lacking natural predators and facing minimal competition from native species, cane toad populations flourished. Their high reproductive rate, with females capable of laying thousands of eggs in a single breeding season, fueled their rapid spread and colonization of new habitats. The spread of cane toads in Australia represents a complex interaction between natural dispersal mechanisms and human activities. Despite ongoing efforts to control their populations, they continue to pose significant ecological challenges, threatening native fauna and ecosystems. Moving forward, we have the European starling, introduced to North America by humans in the late 19th century. The specific event that led to their introduction occurred in 1890, when a group of around 100 European starlings was released into Central Park in New York City. The release was part of a well-intentioned but ultimately misguided effort to introduce all bird species mentioned in the works of William Shakespeare to North America. The idea was to establish populations of all birds mentioned by Shakespeare in the United States, and the European starling was among the chosen species. The hope was that the starlings would establish themselves and enhance the local bird population. However, the release of starlings quickly led to their widespread proliferation and expansion across the continent. European starlings are highly adaptable birds with strong flying capabilities and a wide-ranging diet, enabling them to thrive in various habitats. They rapidly expanded their range from New York City and quickly spread across North America. Today, European starlings are one of the most widespread and abundant bird species in North America, with populations extending from coast to coast. Their introduction has had significant ecological impacts, including competition with native bird species for resources and nest sites, and displacement of indigenous cavity nesting birds. Next, the European red deer, a large herbivore known for its impact on vegetation and habitat. In regions like New Zealand, European red deer compete with native species for resources, leading to habitat degradation and loss of biodiversity. The red deer has spread globally, mainly due to human interventions. Originally native to Eurasia, they were deliberately introduced for hunting and game management in various regions like New Zealand, Australia, Argentina, and the United States. Escapes from game ranches further facilitated their spread. Their presence has led to ecological impacts, including habitat degradation and competition with native species. Agricultural damage is also common in regions with abundant red deer populations, resulting in economic losses for farmers. Overall, their spread highlights the need for careful management to mitigate ecological and economic damage. Next, the house mouse, a small but prolific rodent that has become a widespread pest in agricultural areas. House mice cause damage to crops and stored food supplies, posing significant economic threats. Originating in the ancient lands of the Near East, these resourceful rodents embarked on a journey of conquest, spreading their influence across the globe alongside human migration and trade activities. Their success story is woven with threads of human intervention, with key factors driving their invasive triumph. Ship and land transportation serve as the vessel for their global expansion. House mice hitch rides on ships, vehicles and cargo, venturing into uncharted territories far beyond their native range. Human transportation networks provide the perfect conduit for these intrepid travelers to colonize new areas with ease. Urbanization and agriculture act as the fertile soil in which their populations flourish. As humans expanded urban areas and cultivated agricultural lands, house mice found themselves amidst a feast of plenty. Grain storage facilities, homes and other human structures offer shelter and sustenance, fueling their rapid multiplication. Adaptability and reproductive prowess are their secret weapons. House mice are highly adaptable creatures capable of thriving in diverse habitats, from bustling urban centres to rural farmlands. With females capable of producing multiple litters each year, their populations soar in favourable conditions. Yet, amidst their conquest, a lack of natural predators looms large. In many regions, house mice reign supreme, their populations left unchecked by the absence of significant predators. Their ability to exploit human-altered environments and reproduce at a rapid pace cements their status as an invasive species. In conclusion, human activities have paved the way for the global spread of house mice, establishing them as invasive species in numerous parts of the world. Their story serves as a reminder of the profound impact of human intervention on the delicate balance of nature. Next, the black rat, a nimble climber that has caused havoc on islands worldwide, and the brown rat, known for its adaptability and rapid reproduction. In the annals of Earth's history, few creatures have left as enduring a mark as the black and brown rats. These cunning rodents, born of darkness and stealth, have embarked on a relentless journey of conquest, spreading their influence to every corner of the globe. Originating in Asia, these rodents first emerged as stowaways on ancient ships, venturing into distant lands alongside human explorers and traders. With each voyage, they found new footholds, establishing colonies in ports and harbours across the world. From the bustling streets of medieval cities to the vast expanses of untamed wilderness, black and brown rats carved their path with unwavering determination. Their adaptability and resilience allowed them to thrive in a myriad of environments, from urban metropolises to remote islands.